We will be looking at computations, and these are the subtopics that we will be exploring. Order of operations, place value of digits, simplifying ratios, solving proportions, and finally, rounding. Alright, so we're looking at evaluating expressions. We have the expression there, which has multiple operations. And once you see that being the case, you think brackets first, then exponent, then division or multiplication, then subtraction or addition. All right, I know, yeah, addition or subtraction, but it's always best to subtract before you add, and always best to divide before multiplying. But it doesn't matter, whichever comes first in this category, from left to right, whichever comes first in this category, from left to right. But that's the order: brackets first, then exponent, then division or multiplication, then subtraction or addition. And since we are seeing addition and division, we know what must be done first. The division must be done before the addition. So what we're going to do, we're going to put back what we're not using. Addition will be done last. We put that back as well. And we divide these two fractions. Now we write back the first one. That's the rule. We change the division to multiplication. And then this guy, we reciprocate. 1 over 2, write it as 2 over 1. That's the reciprocal. And so we write 4/5 plus. Now we can only simplify fractions if, in terms of reducing them, if we have when we're multiplying, that is, once we find a common factor other than 1. Between 2 and 5, the highest common factor of 2 and 5 is 1. And of course we have all ones there. So we cannot reduce using the highest common factor between the numerator and denominator in this case, since the highest common factor is 1 for any number in the bracket there. So what we're going to do, we're going to multiply across numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. So we go 1 times 2, which is 2, 5 times 1, which is 5. Now when we add in fractions or subtracting fractions, these guys at the bottom, the denominators, must be the same before we can add or subtract the numerators. So since they are indeed the same, which is 5, we keep that denominator and we proceed to add the numerator 4 plus 2. And 4 plus 2 is 6 over 5. Now, if we have 6 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, how many groups of 5 can we get? That's what we are asking when we say 6 divided by 5. How many groups of 5 can we get? We only can get one group of 5 out of 6 things. Can we get another group of 5 out of 1? No. And we don't want to cut it up into pieces. It must be the same thing that we have in bracket. Okay, so that's one group of 5, and this is going to be our remainder, and that remainder is just 1. So we just put the number of groups we have, which is 1. The remainder goes on top the numerator, above the division bar or the fraction bar, and below we put the number of things in the group, right? The divisor, that is. That's our solution.